Thank you, Dr. Tanaya, for joining us today. You run a sexual and reproductive health channel on Instagram, and we have a lot of followers. In fact, a lot of myths you have kind of cleared for the youth. But tell me something. When you're creating content around women's health, we also come across a lot of things like gender inequality, discrimination, violence, and obviously lack of access. Do you think women are more vulnerable? Are they in a position to negotiate safe sex? Can they say no?
There is a lot of things that do go wrong when women make the choice. Unfortunately, we're still progressing forward. We're still going ahead in terms of women having any autonomy at all over their bodies, over their lives. So realistically, there's certain stratas of society where absolutely women are able to make the choice and they're pushing forward, and hopefully I see it happening in other stratas of society soon too, with more education and more communication about these issues.
We do know. I mean, there are reports that there is a gap between testing and people who are actually living with HIV and the treatment. But there are also reports that a lot of people do get HIV because of unprotected sex and not using condoms. Why do you think the use of condoms is still low despite there is awareness? Do you think condoms are still a taboo, Dr. Tanaya?
Absolutely. I feel like there is unfortunately a lot of resistance to condom use because of a couple of different reasons. The first being for often for male partners, they believe that using a condom will reduce sensation. So they won't be able to experience, the pleasure of having sex, which is absolutely untrue. And the second point over here is accessibility. Of course, my roads are quite cheap, but you don't find them everywhere. And what we really need to change is we need condom vending machines in every bathroom in India. The problem is most bathrooms in India are not even basic standards for having using the bathroom. So thinking about a condom dispensing machine is a little bit far away realistically. um, there's also a lot of other issues like myths around how condoms work, and unfortunately people don't are not educated in how condoms should be used correctly, because if condoms are used correctly, there's like a 98% chance of not getting pregnant, and of course reducing your STIs.
Yeah.
With using condoms, you reduce your dramatically, you cut down your risk of having STIs, but unfortunately we don't really know how to use them. So often people won't put it on correctly. So often people put it on just before penetration when genital contact has already happened. So the fluids have already been exchanged, so to speak, which is why even when there is use, it's not perfect use, which creates a lot of problems.
So, Dr. Tanaya, tell us, there are a lot of myths when it comes to whether it's HIV, it's about AIDS, also about sex and using condoms. So, can you help us bust these myths?
So the first thing that I do want to start off with is that, unfortunately, I mean, growing up in school, I know I went to a co-ed school, and I know that HIV and AIDS was like a joke between boys. If you do this, you'll get AIDS. If you do that, you'll get AIDS. We need to move away from that stigmatizing attitude. Um, there are more and more cases of people being cured of AIDS now. More and more scientific revolutions are happening. So it's not a death sentence anymore. That's the first thing I want to get start with. There are ways to manage it. There are ways to ensure good quality of life. There are ways to stay healthy and alive for a long, long time, even if you have been diagnosed with HIV. The second thing is HIV does not mean AIDS. um, this is a very important difference, and we all kind of get confused कि usko AIDS lag gaya hai, and actually what you catch is HIV. So HIV is the virus which leads to, over a long time, it can lead to the condition of AIDS. We can think of it like coronavirus is the virus, and the disease it causes is COVID. Of course, when once you catch coronavirus, you get COVID sort of immediately after. That's not the same with HIV and AIDS. It takes a very long time for it to develop, and there are multiple medications that can stop or prevent or prolong the transmission, not the transmission, sorry, the conversion of HIV into AIDS. So, lots of wonderful longevity enhancing drugs are there. The third thing is that we tend to forget that condoms are supposed to be used for every sexual act. So if you're having anal sex, if you're having vaginal sex, if you're having oral sex, condoms need to be used. And especially for people who are having anal sex, because anal sex has the highest risk of transmitting HIV. The mucosa, or the inside lining of the anus, it's a little bit more fragile compared to, say, the vagina, which means you're more likely to introduce cuts. And cuts is where, you're exposed to blood, and that's the way of transmitting HIV. So we have to be very, very careful. Condom use is not perfect, which is just to say that, we need to make sure that the condom has been on for the entire duration of the sexual act, and it has been rolled on correctly, and it has been disposed of correctly, and it has been checked to see if there's any issues with the condom, because there can be holes, there can be micro tears. So many times we leave condoms in our wallets and or in the dashboard of our car. Heat can damage the condom, friction can damage the condom. So these are not good ideas. Also, condoms come with an expiry date, which a lot of us don't know about. So it's really important to keep these factors in mind while ensuring good condom use. And of course, the main point is always, 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 always use a condom.
No, thank you for actually what you've explained, the difference between HIV and AIDS. That's a very, very important point. What we've been talking about it, of course, that how we can overcome it, what the gaps are, but that's a very important point that you've got out. And of course, thank you for clarifying so many myths. It's a pleasure having you with us on the show, Dr. Tanaya.
Thank you so much.